This is Dabu7 with a reminder of the annual March Against Monsanto coming up this year. This takes place in cities across the globe. We have a lot of people that come out here in the United States, many different cities on this day, participating in the message of awakening others to what Monsanto is doing. Now, I've watched this grow throughout the years. I'll never forget the very first year I covered this in Cincinnati. There were, I guess what you could call the sheeple, that were still asleep, not realizing what they were doing, just out there spewing hatred because they were in the streets protesting. They would just look at them like they were stupid. They didn't care if it had any substance. They didn't even care what it was about. Just because they were out there in the streets protesting, some of people just looked at them with disgust. Many of them out there were arguing in support of Obama at the time too, so it goes to show where their mind was. But over the years, this has changed. More and more people coming out of the woodwork supporting this. Now, I will look to be in the streets covering this event when it comes around here. This is 53 days, 8 hours, 21 minutes, and 10 seconds from right now when I'm recording for when this will pop off. And there is a full list that will be updated and put out there of the cities. And as I come across that list with updated names, I'll keep you guys posted, but usually every big city has some form of march in response to this March Against Monsanto. And it's one that's righteous. This isn't one that's backed by Soros. This is one that has real people taking to the streets every year, spreading the word about what's happening with Monsanto. And that's really what this is all about, is educating the people around you about the dangers of GMO. Maybe some don't care. Well, if those individuals don't care and want to eat GMO, then maybe they need to go over to a certain area and stay there, and we'll ship all the GMOs over there, and you guys can just keep consuming them if that's the case. Because the rest of us over here, we don't want it. And we also want the right to know if it's GMO, not just having them slide it onto the shelves and not tell anyone. But I'm here to tell you, your government already did that. They approved Okanagan apples, which I reported on this a while back. They went through and messed with the DNA or the enzymes, manipulated it to where these apples will not brown. You leave them out all day, they're not going to brown. So there's your first test. If you have an apple sitting out for a little bit and it should start to show signs of browning, the natural process, these won't. And there's your GMO. And if you want you and your family and your kids to consume this stuff, that's your choice. But I know others out here are against it. And not only that, Monsanto, through their fields that were not supposed to contaminate other fields, have contaminated other farmers' fields across the country already. Then they're at a complete loss and nothing that they can do once they are infested with this GMO. Because the wind carries, bees pollinate and carry stuff, and that's exactly what's happened. There was no way to avoid it. Although they said it wouldn't happen, it has. And they'll continue this. So all we can continue to do is spread the message, fight the fight. A shout outs to everyone out there that does fight the fight. I'll leave a link in the description box. And come May 20th, see some of you guys out there in the streets. Peace.